Hello. Hello, this is Coach Nachi, and I am your personal development coach, speaker, and life enthusiast. I am your personal development coach, speaker, and life enthusiast. Whew. I need to take a bit of a breath. If you can hear from my voice, I am sick. But I don't really mind. I don't get sick too often, and when I do, it's kind of cute because my voice changes and I sound super different, and it really is a chance for me to get in touch with my body. When I'm sick, it's basically my body saying, hey, you haven't been taking care of me, you need to take care of me. And what better month to get sick in than Body Honor October month? This October is all about body honor. This October is my birth month. I was born October 12th, and I decided to celebrate my birth month by celebrating the one vessel that's I've been in, the vessel that's carried me, which is my body. Hello, welcome, thank you for watching. How are you? So we're talking about actually Make It Happen November. The title is What is Your Mount Kilimanjaro? I have a Mount Kilimanjaro, but before that, I will say that Make It Happen November is about implementation. It's about doing, it's about action. If there's going to be a month where you're just going to be dedicated on solely action, let's make it November. If you have been passive, if you have been passive this whole year, if you've been passive in October, passive in September, whatever the case may be, November is a time to let's kick it. Let's end this year off right. And what we can do right now to make sure that November actually does happen, the implementation of November actually does happen. That's what I'm going to be going into today. I'm sick, so it sounds the way it does because your girl has a cold, but she ain't mad. It's Body Honor October, so I don't mind getting sick because it means it's my body's turn to just be taken care of. So, Mount Kilimanjaro, right? It's a big mountain. If you don't know, Mount Kilimanjaro is this amazing, beautiful mountain, and many mountain climbers aspire to conquer this mountain. Mount Kilimanjaro. I like to really talk about Mount Kilimanjaro because it's more than just a mountain to me. It's a feat. It's something massive that you want to conquer. So, what is your Mount Kilimanjaro? What's that thing that you've been wanting to do? That thing that you've been wanting to just conquer? That thing you've been putting off, but you haven't really taken time to take the steps that you can to actually conquer it. So let me start over. There's a mountain. When you say, I want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, there are components to that. Number one, are you able? Do you even know how to climb a mountain? Do you know where Mount Kilimanjaro is? Can you get to Mount Kilimanjaro? These are the things that you think of. Rather than waking up and saying, oh, I can't actually do it, what you have to do is stop and break down climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. So for anything that you desire in your heart, your passions, your goals, your dreams, your whatever the case may be, those are your Mount Kilimanjaros. And what you got to do is take a step back and say, okay, what are the components to making this happen? What are the components to making this a reality for me? How can I make this dream into real life? And that's all it really is. Baby steps, small steps. So, my Mount Kilimanjaro is hosting a webinar. I'm about to host a webinar in November. I'm not going to wait until November to start planning for it. No, I'm not going to break down at the feat that comes with hosting a webinar. Oh, how am I going to get people to go to the webinar? How am I going to run the webinar? How am I going to run the program after the webinar? What am I going to say during the webinar? How is this all going to actually work out for me? So, these are some of the components that go into making a webinar, and I'm tackling each of those things right now in October. This is called Live Like You Now. Okay? And as much as I'm talking about themed months, there are things that you can do right now where you're at to actually make sure that what you're about to execute and take action in. Hello, always Retta. To ensure that the things that you're going to take action in are things that you're actually going to do. So, at Retta, we're talking about climbing our Mount Kilimanjaros. Everybody has God's afternoon indeed. I love that. I love that. We're talking about climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, whatever that is for you as a person. Whatever that is for you. It's that desire, that wish, that dream that you've been kind of putting off. That you've been saying, oh, I just need more time. I just need blah, 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 blah. This month is the time to actually start doing that. Coming in November is Make It Happen November. I've been learning a lot. I have been learning a lot about making webinars and this, that, and the other, and really taking Live Like You Now forward. And for me, discipline and completing your book. Yes! What is your book going to be about? I would love to hear about that. What's your book going to be about? So, while Retta is writing, my webinar is something that I've been really trying to do. The webinar has been something that, biography, man, and you know your life. Like, who else better to write about your life than you? Where are you at in that? How is that coming? Where are you at in that? I love those hearts, by the way. Thank you so much. So, my Mount Kilimanjaro is a webinar. I have the information. I want to bring the information to people, and I want to host the webinar. So I have the dates planned out for that. I want to make sure that things go smoothly. How far are you along in your biography, Retta? I want to hear about this. This is really awesome. I'm going to follow you too to make sure that I'm keeping track of your book. So, there are various components to writing a book. There's how you're going to write it, how you're going to break it down. You know what those components are. And right now in October, 2 chapters to write left or that you've written already? I'm clicking on you, Retta, and I am 100% following. Wow, lover of food. Retta, this is amazing. I cannot wait to tweet out what you're... 2 left? Yes. When do you want to publish it? This is turned into a Periscope. Yes. So Retta is making it happen. If you're listening to this in the replay, Retta is making this happen. Yes. Thank you so much for watching. I remember you being there in the scope train. 2017? Okay, awesome. Do you have a month and a date for that? So Retta's got it done. Retta's doing it. She's got 2 more chapters left to write in her book, and then there's probably the editing process or whatever is happening on that end, and I'm excited. I'm going to be keeping tabs on that because I have just followed you, and I am excited to hear about that. I read a bit about your blurb, and that's going to be a really good... Black Friday! Yes! I love it. We're going to make it happen, right? Retta's doing it, making it happen in November. I'm doing it, making it happen in November. I was on Snapchat sharing the ideas of how I want to plan out the course to give the most value and not overwhelm. Thank you so much, Retta. Thank you so much, and I appreciate those hearts too. Thank you so much for coming in here. I really appreciate that. I really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate that. I really want more people to really live in their dreams, man, because there's no way that you can have all this talent inside you and not share it with the world. So, I've had clients who wanted to be government officials, clients who wanted to start their own business, clients who wanted to be speakers. And all of these people, I have seen them reach their goals in a short amount of time because they thought, it would take 7 years, 5 years. No, it doesn't have to take that long. Nope, it really does not have to take that long. All you gotta do is break down those components and you'd be amazed at how fast those things can actually happen. So fast. I am so proud of every single person that I've had the pleasure of, you know exactly what I'm saying. Like when you break it down, excuse the background noise. When you break down what you're doing, magic happens. And I'm always surprised by how magic happens in my life and with my clients. So, one of the main excuses that I like to hear is, I need money. That's really the main one, at least for me. That's been the case in the past. I need money to do this. I need money to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Okay, what can you do without the money? What are some steps you can take to get you closer to your goal without having that cash on hand? Answer that question. Part 2 is, if you had all the money that you needed, what would be the steps that you would take? Part 3 of that, there are so many ways to get money. You tell them, Retta. There's so many ways to get money. If you're watching this scope, follow Retta, please. Follow Retta, and let's all follow along that journey, because that biography is going to be good. It's going to be really good. If you had all the money in the world, and what of those steps would you take forward with that money? Like, what would you do? And then of those things, what can you do in that without the money? Because you would be surprised how when I've asked my clients, I need the money, I don't have the money for this. I'm like, okay, let's say you have the money. What would you do? Boom, 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 ideas. And I say, okay, so from those lists, that list of ideas that you just gave me and the ones that are going to come up for you in the coming days after this session together, what can you do without money? Because by and large, you will be able to find ways to do what you need to do without the money. You'll be really surprised, and you will surprise yourself because you have the skills, the resourcefulness, the talents, the energy, and you have everything inside of you to do it. The money will come. But what can you do? Do not let money is cheap. Do not let money be the thing that stops you from doing what it is in your heart. Nope. Create a business plan. Exactly. There's so many things that you can do. Okay, so if you have the money, what are you going to use the money for? Break down where you need the money so you know exactly how much money you had. I had a client who was running for a political office in in a different country, and create the curriculum. Exactly. There's so many things you can do. And they were saying, oh, my campaign is not going so well because I need money. 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 And it's like, okay, you need money, but how much do you need? Can we put a number on that money? Once you have the number, then you can at least say, okay, this is how much I actually need. And you can focus on getting that money. I love dwelling in the possibilities. You know how much money you need? Let's get it. Break it down a little more. Where is that money going? Who is that money for? Is it for t-shirts? Is it for hats? Is it for bicycles? Is it for little gifts? Is it for catters? Like, what is that money going to? And then you know exactly where to budget that money for. That's what I want to share with you today. What is your Mount Kilimanjaro? What are the components you can do to break it down, to make sure that it happens? Can you do that now? Can you do that now in the last few days of October? We have 3 more days left in October. Make that plan now. So once November hits, we are banging it out. I am doing the same thing planning my webinar. I am so excited to get this message out. I can't continue living in a world of learning. I need to act. And then course correct from there. So Retta, I'm going to see you on your scopes. I am so excited to see about your book. People watching in the replay, y'all following Retta, let's follow along. Let's live like you're not family. We support each other. I am so excited for everybody to move forward this November. We're going to make it happen. Thank you so much for the hearts. The hearts are always so pretty to me. They're so pretty to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the other side. See you tomorrow between 12 and 2. Thank you, Retta. Thank you. I'm excited to read about your book. I'll see you on Scopes. I'll see you. All right. Bye, everyone.